Perfect partners don't exist. Perfect conditions exist for a limited time in which partnerships express themselves best. Becoming a dad means you have to be a role model for your son and be someone he can look up to. I just hate losing, and that gives you an extra determination to work harder. I've learned that it is important not to go over the top with aggression, because then either you are going to miss a lot of games, or you are not going to be concentrating on the game you are playing. You can learn more from the lows than the highs. The highs are great, but the lows make you really look at things in a different way and want to improve. Every player will have both in their careers, and I have, but what you get is that experience, which is so important to perform at your best. Football is made up of all kinds of conflict. In a dressing room, between players, between us and the manager, between us and loads of people who don't seem to matter. It's constant and harsh sometimes. I don't normally cook, but if I did it, probably would be beans, sausage, bacon, and eggs. I never really get to eat that, to be honest. Sometimes you have to rest in certain games, but I want to play in every game. I've trained all my life. I've always been one who enjoys training, so it's not something that I think I can just stop doing. It might not be as regular, but I want to keep training. Those who said I'm not an out-and-out goal scorer are probably right. I always feel I could score more. As you get older, you play in more important games, and that is when you start thinking about what will happen if you win or lose. There are many ways to grow. Football-wise, you go slow or are pushed to go faster, otherwise you get left behind. For me, there would be trouble in stopping learning. There are many ways to grow. Football-wise, you go slow or are pushed to go faster, otherwise you get left behind. For me, there would be trouble in stopping learning. I played the game as honestly as I can. If the referee gives a penalty, there is nothing you can do. It's strange, but I suppose I'm one of those senior players now, and I'll be helping the young players as much as I can. When you are 16, there is no fear whatsoever. As you get older, you play in more important games, and that is when you start thinking about what will happen if you win or lose. If we're on long-haul flights, I've been known to sleep on the floor, so I hear the engine. If you look at my bookings, they've gone down each season. That's something I'm trying to keep improving. On the pitch, you don't want any silly bookings. I'm not really that bothered by appearance. I know a few players who go off doing stuff in the mirror ages before they go out to play a game, but I'm not really interested in that. Part of my preparation is I go and ask the kit man what color we're wearing, if it's red top, white shorts, white socks, or black socks. Then I lie in bed the night before the game and visualize myself scoring goals or doing well. Diving has been in the game for years. Probably the coverage the game gets now, with all the cameras around, it gets highlighted a bit more, but it hasn't got any worse. Becoming a dad was the proudest moment of my life. Playing football does not even compare. Football is about the young players, bringing youth team players through to the first team and hopefully getting the best out of them so they can go on to play for their country.